Okay, let's check sound. Okay, let's check. Yeah, good morning everyone. Our usual daily Bitcoin analysis. Let's see what happens. So on the daily, Bitcoin looks bullish, by the way, because we have divergence on the momentum versus the price. So if we start printing green Heikin-Ashi here, like this candle or the next candle, like tomorrow, it would be bullish. But don't forget we have the rate decision tomorrow. So I would really wait for 1 week until resume trading, or at least be ready with the shorts, because this weekly shows that we are likely to dump. So I'm not taking any longs at the moment. I'm only looking for some scalps, even shorts. But yeah, this is how I'm going to trade it. I'm not even expecting to do anything until tomorrow, because after the rate decision there might be some dump. So yeah, maybe it's a good thing to wait, to relax, to recollect what happened. And I know that everyone is bearish right now, very bearish, but we'll see what is the rate decision, what are the comments from the Fed chairman, and depending on that we can trade after that. We don't need to put a position right now. This is what I'm trying to say. On the 3 hour I think there is still to go to the downside. On the 1 hour we have momentum, red dot going down, money flow is still in the red, so very probable to continue to the downside or go sideways. I think the most likely scenario is that we're going sideways until the rate decision tomorrow. Now 45-minute, yeah, still money flow in the red, but it's going up on the 30-minute. We're just about to print the green dot, so right now we're not good for a short. We're not good for a long also, because we don't know where this would go. Probably we can scalp some very small scalp to the upside, but I don't know to risk it. It's too risky. I'll be looking at the 1 hour and just wait on this 15-minute to go up a little bit or go sideways and see what's going on. Now on this indicator, well, the Bollinger is close. We are above the cloud. It's good that we broke the cloud, and right now we are above the Ichimoku cloud, and we may have some upside, some maybe very small, but yeah, as I said, it's not worth the risk. Now on the daily I see that we had a very good candle yesterday, so this is some kind of hammer, bullish hammer, and we may go to the cloud again to retest the cloud. 21,300, 21,400. It's possible, but it's not necessary. We can just go sideways. That's why I think today would be very hard to predict what is going to happen. Maybe my 2 cents is that we're going sideways. Like go up, go down, go up, go down, and just consolidate. and this looks to me like some kind of bump and run pattern, but we stopped here at 19.5. So this resistance is close. We have to see what is going to happen with this resistance. We might break it, we might not break it. So for now I'm having a pass on the price action and on the trading. This is not loading. Let's see if we have the Google Trends. No, this is, we have some DNS issues. No. I'm trying to reload. Okay, at least this is holding. So this is yeah, it started to go up, but not so much. Now it's flat again. So the Bitcoin price interest over time probably is going to increase more in the next few weeks if we dump more. This is my idea. So let's see what will be the rate decision, and I think the most important thing is what is going to imply the Fed chairman. Do we have more rate cuts or not, or yeah, or not even rate cuts, reducing of the balance sheet and all the money that they have printed, what they're going to do next. This is the key take in that everyone would be watching. It would be really interesting tomorrow. I'm going to play Facebook crypto analysis as usual.
Hello folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspo Crypto. Well, today a little statement, two topics. Topic number one, I have announced I just want to bring another chapter for paid subs related to special analysis related to other assets like gold, silver, or whatever. And some of you just sent me these topics. I have these topics on a list. I will start with gold, but it will take a little bit because I started the research. It's taking more time than I thought. Making nice research results, and it's going to be a very interesting topic in my opinion to talk about gold as a separate asset, but also its correlation, or at least its context to crypto, because from the political side we have a context between gold and crypto. I will talk about that in this analysis then. And the second topic is I lost one follower, Johnny from UK. I don't know, some of you know him. His profile picture was, and that's the funny part, he was wearing just a mask, where every time when I was yeah, just seeing this picture, it was like, oh, pandemic and COVID and, well, all the restrictions, so not necessarily positive. However, he sent me a tweet or just did a comment saying that he is going to unfollow me because I'm too negative. I just said thank you very much for your comment and I wish you good luck, because he's right. I'm too negative. He's really, I mean, I agree with him 100%. So Johnny, if in case, I hope you are not, but in case you are watching this video, I agree with you. I'm too negative, but not because I have a magic box here below of my table and I think, oh, today I don't feel good, let us spread some negative news. It's because that's what we are seeing, that's what's happening. Yeah, the market looks not good. at all. And yes, many things are happening, they are not positive. So you did the right decision to unfollow me, because my goal as an analyst is not to entertain you. It's not to motivate you, for example, in your daily life business. It's just to figure out and to show you the truth of this market with all the context and correlations. That's the only thing. So if you feel I'm too negative, you are absolutely right. I remember some people like you who said the same last year to me. You can check the comments of my tweets from last year every time when Cointelegraph or any crypto related news just published spot ETF coming in September, and I said that's not going to happen, and people just commented, you are negative, you are perma bear, you don't believe in crypto, you okay, I said just yeah, okay, if you think, okay. Well, now 1 year later, these guys are not just sending me a comment like, hey Inspo, you were right, spot ETF is not happening. Hey, you know what, you weren't that negative, you were just realistic. And I really don't care. I just want to say, if you don't feel comfortable with Inspo's content, don't try to change Inspo's content, because it's not going to happen. Just unfollow him. We have a lot of different accounts there. They will tell you how beautiful everything is, that crypto will make you billionaire overnight. Well, now it's not that easy to make this anymore, it seems, like my last retweet is showing up, but however, you will find someone else that matches better to your mind. In my opinion, to trade crypto, or to trade right now in this bear market, also related to equities, you need a strong mind, a really strong stomach. Otherwise, you will spend a lot of time here and you will not make any money. And that's our goal, isn't it? I mean, was your goal to go to crypto because someone told you, hey, the crypto community is better than any social app, or you can find your next wife there, or boyfriend, or whatever? No, you went there to make money. And I'm just providing all this information to support you to make money. But if that's not positive to you, then you have to leave. Then you have to unfollow. I mentioned many times in the past, I don't care about quantity, I just care about quality. So I was very happy with 1,000 and even 500 followers. I had more time to interact with these guys. So, you know, 37,000 followers sounds good, but it's not making me happier than before. So just to make it clear, I mean, I love to have a feedback, even when it's sad that you are losing a follower, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine if you don't feel comfortable, because it's your time and it's your quality of life. If I'm reducing your quality of life, unfollow me. It's just, you are just, you know, one finger away from it. So now let us go forward. Let us talk about what's happening to the Wales ratio, what's happening to flow metrics, what's happening to the future market, option market, CBDs, and so on and so forth. So I said we are going to go to 19K. They surprised me once again. We did at the end 18.2. Now lifting up just because of SPY and SPX. SPX is looking strong, at least related to the volume, but we need to see, and that's why we are now going to check the Wales ratio. And what the Wales ratio 30 days moving average is indicating, that the whole preparation was done. They started just to realize, just to realize the price movement, indicating that the whole thing would have just a higher sell pressure, and that's what happened actually. So we had here our preparation, then they started to realize. As always, it has a delay. That's Wales ratio. Nobody is telling you when they start to distribute. That's the thing. However, it looks like, and I'm not sure if we are done yet. We are going up now, and that's fine, but we have a big and tough week front of us. We have ECB had going to speak, Lagarde. We have Jeremy Powell Friday. We have interest rate decision this week. I think it's Wednesday on the in the Fed. So it could be extremely volatile, something I would expect. That's something we should have in mind as well. So we can see that the weights ratio 1 hour, you remember it dumped once, where I said we should go up. It seems the whole thing was that here before we dumped afterwards, because usually in the past that happens, that such kind of dumps happen many times in a row. And then we did a bigger step to the upside. This time it was just once, where I indicate we need to be careful, because it seems that whales are just preparing the next move up. And also I mentioned we need to be very careful, because it could go down afterwards, just because these guys love to make the move up before they dump afterwards, because they are looking for an upper price level. However, we can see that the weights ratio 30 hours moving average declined. It's lifting up right now. So that's also why I think maybe we are not done. And we can go even more to the downside, but it takes time, because everything will depend on SPY, SPX, and so on and so forth, and DXY, of course. So for DXY, that's going to be a very exciting week, just because of the whole monetary policy decisions we will have in the US, but also in the EU. So if we take a look here, we can see the yellow line is indicating the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges. Flat, not happening. Nothing is happening here. But it correlates at the same time, and that's very interesting, with the stablecoin supply. That's here, as you see, the blue line. So that's here declining. If we check, for example, here, the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges also declining. Correlates very well. On derivative exchanges, and that's the purple line here, it's the opposite. It's lifting up. It's exactly the opposite. So yeah, at the moment, weights ratio 1 hour maintains at 94, so indicating that whales are distributing the way up, and that's fine, something that's usual. We need to see how far SPY, SPX can go, because at the moment it looks like that SPY is once again not capable just to break the 387. The only thing we know that it seems that 382 is at the moment a great support. So, but doesn't mean we can't go down again, and we need to be very careful here. Let us go forward. So, flow activity. It looks big, but it isn't, because you remember we received here almost 12,000 bitcoins. Then the whole thing here, the activity looks extremely flat. And yeah, I agree, it is flat. I mean, the maximum we received were 2,300 bitcoins, and we all know who was responsible for the whole thing. But of course, you are not going to dump such a market with 2,300 bitcoins. Only if you sell them at once, it can have an impact to the price. However, and that's why I'm mentioning many times, they are accumulating. They have accumulated on exchanges. We don't know how much, but they have, and they use different channels to sell. So not only different exchanges, but at the same time multiple channels, like for example OTC, where we can't track. We just see some activity, fund flows, but that's it. We don't know if that means that these guys are buying, selling, whatever. We really don't know. So we can't just check if the activity to OTC correlates with any price action. That's the only thing. So that's not big at all, and it looks much more than, hey, they sent all these bitcoins to dump. It looks more like they sent all these bitcoins to distribute the way up, while they used, it seems, bitcoins just to dump before they were just accumulated on centralized exchanges. And that's something where I think that market maker entities like to do. They use Bitcoin as Bitcoin collateral for their long, short futures, whatever, to make more bitcoins, to accumulate these bitcoins on centralized exchanges to dump them. I mean, that's a smart way to hide their operations. We can't track that. We really can't. So yeah, nothing special here. Even if we check, for example, we don't see any big stablecoin inflow or outflow. Also here, really strange what's happening. Why they are not really withdrawing big amounts of stablecoins at the moment. That's wondering me a little bit, but maybe would also match with the expectations. We are not done yet, so we can go up and to go down later on again. We need to see. So what we see, last time we were here, that was the funding rate, we lifted up in funding rate, then they started to dump and the funding rate declined a lot, really a lot, indicating people are demanding more shorts, something we need to check because we also have blockchain whispers, at least for Binance. It's showing us how the balances on longs and shorts looks like on Binance. However, also here stablecoin related to derivative exchanges, and even here Bitcoin related to derivative exchanges, not looking great at all. Absolutely not. Less activity, less volume, and that matches very well to the open interest that declined a lot, really much more than before, and the leverage ratio is maintaining a level. I mean, compared to other years, of course, still too high, but the open interest is the big problem here, in my opinion. If we check here, we can see what they are doing. I mean, they liquidated a lot of longs. They started here with 534 bitcoins, then here another 1540 bitcoins, then here another 1400 bitcoins, and here another 600 bitcoins. So if we accumulate all them, I would say they liquidated something like almost 4000 bitcoins in just in just, you know, 5 to 6 hours. That's not bad. Right now, just liquidating the way up some shorts, but if we check here, at the moment, 333 bitcoins, and here another 187 bitcoins. So while the leverage, while the funding rate is declining, so yeah, funding rate declining, open interest lifting up, and leverage ratio maintaining that level here. That's what it looks like. So I guess even they are demanding more shorts, it seems that more longs are, or more longs, but more longs coming, more shorts are they requesting and demanding. So we have more shorts in general, that's what they are placing, but still they are demanding also longs, and we need to see how the whole thing looks like. You can see here in a very simple view on Binance how the funding rate was, you know, going up again, then it declined, it went up, and then it declined hard after the price dumped, and the open interest was recovering and it started to decline again, even if it's going up. And you see here the leverage ratio. So I'm not sure if the main goal here is also to bring the leverage ratio down again. I'm really not sure about that. But however, we can see here in a very easy way what they are doing. Funding rate was here, back to, I wouldn't say to the top, but almost to the top, and then it started to decline again when the price started to stall. So where many were just expecting, okay, we are going down. So on Binance, right now it looks a little bit better than before. Yesterday I closed the PC and we had almost 1.7 billion in longs and 500, I don't remember anymore, in shorts. So shorts are coming, while longs, we have less longs, but you know, we had almost 1.5 billion this morning. It seems it lifted up a little bit. Long short ratio just still too bearish in my opinion, indicating we still have much more longs on Binance pending. Even here on Ethereum right now the whole thing flipped, so also here people expecting to go up first. We will see how that works. Also interesting is on Bitfinex, 200 million in longs disappeared. You remember I was telling that in my last video? Look, Bitfinex longs are lifting up again. Well, it seems not more because they got liquidated, I guess. So let us take a look to the Kingfisher. Can I spin? Can I get blue this time, please? Oh no. Let us try at least once. No, we will try just once. Blue, blue, blue. Oh no. Okay, let us start again. Come on. We don't have time. Oh yeah, okay. So Binance. Let us start with Binance. Takes a little bit. And Binance indicating we could go up to 19.5 and even 20,000 just to liquidate these shorts here, because on the long side we need to push down very hard. We have here a cluster and we have here another cluster. So if we check now the volume, 40 millions. It's almost a half of that what we had last week, and that was extremely low, 70 millions. So let us check what FTX is doing. Takes just a few minutes, few days, no. So, and wow, so we oh my god, what is happening to FTX? Is FTX dying or something? They don't have any volume anymore here? What? I'm not sure if Kingfisher is working fine, to be honest. I really can't imagine that on FTX we don't have any big liquidation cluster. I mean, what does that mean here? $180,000? $1,800? Doesn't make any sense. I really don't know how that works here. Current price 4,000. Oh yeah, okay, that's the delta. Well, the structure is the same like on Binance. We just don't know what that means. It's 1.7 millions or whatever. Anyway, if that's just 1.7 millions and we had just 17 millions last Saturday, where I was wondering because that's extremely low. Well, what should I say? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy, and that matches very well to the activity chart related to centralized exchanges I have tweeted today, because everything is just going lower, lower, lower. Spot activity, lower, lower, lower. Derivative exchanges, lower, lower, lower. That's worst case. So let us start and check what's happening here. Well, first of all, we see that FTX started, it seems to have more bullish orders than bearish, so people buying more than selling, and that would also explain why the price is going up. Of course, we need to check all others as well, but they distributed very well, as you can see, and that's the thing I'm saying always. They are distributing more than before, and that's why I say they buy and then distribute even more. So if that was the CBD in the beginning, afterwards it's here, indicating they distributed more. And that's the thing. I mean, all these fake rallies, it seems it has just one goal: to distribute even more. And that's the difference to last year, because they played the same game. Fake rallies, okay, they bought and then they distributed. So meaning the gap between both was the accumulation. And that's what happened last year, and that's a big change between now, this year, and last year. So instead of doing the same, they are doing that here, and the gap is negative, indicating they are selling more than buying. And that's not bullish at all, absolutely not. Even I know I have tweeted today about both charts, where it seems that big orders were triggered and they are purchasing the dips at the moment. That happened in the past. Afterwards we lifted up to 25k to distribute, and then we declined again. That's the big question, if that's going to happen again. Would be nice, to be honest, but we need to see. However, that's what on FTX is happening at the moment. Doesn't look solid to me. So if we take a look here, that's Binance. Binance at the moment not really buying big. Also here, for example, at the moment, at least on Binance, we can see they started here with a negative CBD, they pushed up, and here, for example, we can see at least yet, and the question is if that is going to maintain, that the CBD since here has a positive gap. If we check, for example, Bitfinex, well, I mean, Bitfinex did once again a very strange thing. They purchased here at 20k and they started to dump at 19.5. Looks strange, it is strange, but that's usually the institutional stamp. It's indicating they don't care. It's much more a strategy they have in mind. That's much more an investment. They do a short-term one. They know, okay, it's going to be a negative trade for us. We are not going to make any money, in case they are just selling this spot without to short at the same time. And I think that's what they are doing. They are selling spot, and at the same time going short. So to neutralize this trade, this negative trade, then, because they are not going to make any profit then. If we take a look to Coinbase, we see what Coinbase is doing, also something very interesting. So here, just lifting up in CBD, then decline, maintaining right now. If we take a look to the 30 minutes, of course, it looks, once again, very bullish, even if it's not really big what they are doing here, but it's just crazy what they are doing, really crazy. So that's it from here. If we take a look to the entities, we see that retailers are still bullish. Also these guys here with less than 10 bitcoins are bullish, they are still accumulating. This guy is maintaining a level at the moment. This guy's here once again just making quick profit trades. I don't know why this entity is always doing the same. Market maker entities looks really crazy. I mean, once again reduced by 10,000 bitcoins. We are now at 4,890,000, and that matches very well to what I said just a few minutes ago with, you know, the CBD, with this gap. That's what they are doing, while I know that entities are also sending bitcoins to derivative exchanges, indicating they are using those kind of ways to neutralize the potential loss. So they are distributing, it seems that's the main goal. Okay, I purchase and then I sell, but I sell more than I purchased before. That's the difference between that here and that here, because that's what they are doing now. Here it was the opposite. They just purchased, fake rally, and sold. Purchased and sold. Purchased and sold. So that was the accumulation. That was the gap. At the moment, it looks completely different. What they are doing is we purchase, we sell. We purchase, we sell, and so on and so forth. So we don't have an accumulation, we have a distribution, and that's what's happening here. And that's the problem I see. They are more in distribution mode. They are not in accumulation mode. They accumulate quick. They maintain even those bitcoins on centralized exchanges to dump afterwards. Afterwards, I mean, after they pushed up again. And that's what's happening. So entities mostly related to centralized exchanges, as you can see also here lifting up, makes sense because these guys are declining. Also here, nice correlation. If you check those here, this part here, you can see the correlation very well. So these guys interacting, so these guys declining balances, these guys lifting up imbalances, and so on and so forth. Let us go forward and we can see what the market maker entities did. We had here 1,992 Bitcoin fund flow, then here another 1,387 Bitcoins, then here another 720. Then they stopped, usually indicating they want to distribute the way up.
Yeah, I think it's clear that it looks bearish. It looked bearish for me, weeks and weeks and weeks, and I was waiting for this interest to top out, but yeah, it still looks bearish, and I think we have to wait the right decision, because there might be some huge volatility. If you go in a trade, in a long trade right now, you might not be able to get out at the proper time until tomorrow decision, and if you go short right now, you might get liquidated from the volatility. So enjoy the day, Tuesday 20th of September.